The shocking reality of the American dream. This is the dream, ladies and gentlemen. 2 cars in the driveway, both on 7-year loans, a manicured lawn that costs $200 a month in chemicals, and a golden retriever in the backyard named Det. Okay, his name is actually Buddy. But let's be real. If we peel back the vinyl siding and look at the bank accounts, the dream starts to look a lot more like a horror movie. And I am not talking about the fun kind with popcorn. I am talking about the kind where the monster is your utility bill. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on the average American. And spoiler alert, the numbers are absolutely vile. The illusion of the paycheck. Let's talk about the median household income. It sits around $75,000. Now, on paper, that sounds magnificent. In some parts of the world, that makes you a king. In America, that makes you a person who looks at the price of eggs and feels a physical pain in their chest. By the time Uncle Sam takes his mandatory donation, by the time health insurance eats 10%, just so you can have a $5,000 deductible, and by the time the landlord takes his pound of flesh, that $75,000 evaporates faster than my willpower at a cheesecake factory. Here is the tragedy. Over 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. That means if the boss walks in and says, "You're fired," more than half the country is 1 month away from eating reliance on ramen. And I am not talking about the fancy ramen with the egg and the pork belly. I am talking about the 30-cent bricks that taste like cardboard and sadness. The credit card coma. The average American carries over $6,000 in credit card debt. And that is just the individual. The total national debt for credit cards just crossed $1 trillion. We have become a society that buys things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people on the internet that we literally hate. Oh, look at me. I have the new titanium phone. Cool story, Sharon. You're paying 29% interest to take high-res photos of your depressed salad. These interest rates are criminal. If you only pay the minimum on a $5,000 balance, you will be paying that off for the next 30 years. By the time you finish paying for that couch, the couch will have disintegrated into dust. The banks aren't your friends. They are vultures in expensive suits. The $400 disaster. Imagine your car makes a clunk sound tomorrow. Not a big clunk, just a little $400 clunk. Statistics show that 4% of Americans cannot cover that expense with cash. Think about that. We live in the wealthiest nation in history, and nearly half of us are one flat tire away from a total financial meltdown. We are walking a tightrope made of dental floss, while carrying a backpack full of student loans over a pit of lava. Instead of building an emergency fund, we build an emergency fund. If you're finding this data as staggering as I am, do me a favor and smash that like button right now. It helps the algorithm show this to more people who need a wake-up call. The housing hangover. Let's talk about the roof over your head. Because right now, that roof is made of gold-plated straw. The average house price in this country has become a sick joke. We are looking at $400,000 for a fixer-upper. That looks like it was the set of a slasher movie. 20 years ago, you could buy a mansion with a nickel and a firm handshake. Today, you need a kidney and a cosigner just to look at the listing. At 7% interest, you aren't just buying a house. You are buying the bank a private jet. If the toilet explodes at 2 in the morning, you can't call the landlord. You have to call your empty savings account and apologize. The car payment insanity. The average new car payment has crossed $700 a month. $700. That is more than some people pay for groceries. And people are signing up for 84-month loans. That is 7 years of your life. You are sitting in traffic in a vehicle you can't afford, going to a job you hate, to pay for the gas to get back to the traffic. It is a hamster wheel with leather seats. The second you drive that shiny toy off the lot, the value drops faster than my willpower at a pizza buffet. You just lost $10,000 because you wanted that new car smell. The retirement roller coaster. Now, let's look at the finish line. The average savings for someone in their 60s is less than $200,000. If you follow the 4% rule, that gives you $8,000 a year. Unless your retirement plan involves eating imaginary bread, you are in trouble. The dream of retiring at 65 to play shuffleboard is replaced by the reality of, "Welcome to Walmart, can I see your receipt?" It's not because Americans don't work hard. It's because we are addicted to the now, and we are vaporizing our future. Imagine a guy named John. John is 32 years old. He did everything he was supposed to do. He went to college, he got the degree in marketing, and he walked across that stage with a smile on his face and $40,000 in student loans strapped to his back. John starts his first job. He's making $55,000 a year. He feels like a millionaire. So what does he do? He hits the car lot. He trades in his reliable old high school beater for a shiny new SUV. The payment? $650 a month. But John thinks, "I'm an adult now. I deserve this." 3 years go by. John gets a promotion. He's now the average American we talked about, earning $75,000. He meets someone, they get married. Now they need the house. They buy a suburban home for $400,000. Their mortgage is $2,800 a month. Between the car loan, the student loan, and the mortgage, John is working 60 hours a week just to keep the lights on. He's exhausted. So he starts ordering Uber Eats 3 times a week because he's too tired to cook. He signs up for 7 different streaming services because it's just $10. One Tuesday morning, John is driving to work. He hits a pothole. His tire shreds. His rim is bent. The mechanic says it's going to be $500. John feels his stomach drop. He doesn't have $500. His savings account has exactly $12.42 in it. So he reaches for the plastic. He swipes his credit card. The balance was already at $4,000. Now it's at $4,500. At 27% interest. John sits in his kitchen that night. He looks at his beautiful house, his shiny car, his premium Netflix account, and he realizes he is trapped. He is working a job he hates, to pay for a lifestyle he doesn't enjoy, to avoid a bankruptcy that is only one clunk away. John isn't a failure. John is average. And that is the most shocking part of all. The question is, are you John? Are you living a life that looks rich on the outside, but feels hollow on the inside? If you want to stop being John, you have to start now. The status of the average American is total chaos. But here's the good news. You don't have to be average. Average is tired. Average is broke. The way out is stupidly simple. But it is really hard. It's called maturity. It's realizing that a used Toyota that is paid off is sexier than a new Tesla that owns your soul. Stop acting like a revenue source for big banks. Start acting like the chief executive officer of your own life. Freedom doesn't come from a shopping mall. It comes from a bank account that doesn't make you want to cry when you log in. Before you go, comment below with the word freedom. If you are committing to beating these averages this year, I want to see who is actually paying attention. And if you want more deep dives into the dark side of finance, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon. Don't let the algorithm keep you broke. Share this video with one friend who needs to hear the truth about their credit card. Stay bold, stay smart, and stop buying things with money you don't have. I'll see you on the next one.